In the 77, then Brian McGinley in the 35, Sean Duquette in the 18, the 82 for Toby Ebersol, Jamie Begor in the 19, the 20 for the Professor Bucko Branham, and Cody Aubin is driving the 4 tonight as the green flag is out. Another Saturday night of short track racing action takes the green flag at the Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh, and they're 3 wide off turn number 2. Here comes Rick Frenier, parting the middle down the backstretch towards turn 3. Mike Shagnon got the right side tires into the bunker a little bit. He's going to lose a bunch of spots. Brian McGinley sideways on his own into turn number 4. He has to get on the binders. Bucko Branham had to take the 20 right up against the wall to avoid that 35 that was sideways. Jamie Begor a little loose going into turn number 2. He's able to run strong, though, in that 5th position, sizing up the battle in front of him. Sean Duquette in the 18 works to the outside of Danny Sullivan in car number 3, while out front it is Bill Sawyer in the 39. Rick Frenier running in that 2nd position. Sean Duquette has taken 3rd. Jamie Begor follows him along the outside to 4th. Sullivan drifted up the track in turn number 2. Got a piece of the Professor Bucko Branham. Branham back at speed, though, trying to take that 5th spot away from Danny Sullivan. As Sullivan's car pushed right up the racetrack again, you can see it push into turn number 4. Begor again sideways off the 4th turn. Bill Sawyer is the leader. He leads by 2 car lengths over Rick Frenier in the 77. But it's a car length back, make it 2 to Sean Duquette in the 18. Begor running in the 4th position. 5th is Branham in the 20. Danny Sullivan back to 6th. 7th is Toby Ebersol. Side by side running for the 8th spot, Brian McGinley and Mike Shagnon in the number 86. Out front, Bill Sawyer running comfortably in front. Here's Jamie Begor looking to move to the inside of Sean Duquette over in turn number 2. Now down the backstretch. Begor with a 19 has the nose down on the inside, trying to get to 3rd. Sean Duquette works on the outside. Duquette with 2 wins this season in J&S Steel Sportsman, but that car doesn't appear to be handling the way he would want it to. And Begor is able to take the 3rd position at the stripe, working down on the inside. Sean Duquette still works on the outside of the racetrack, trying to come back after Jamie Begor for that 3rd position. Bucko Branham also in the mix. Here comes Branham looking to move to the inside. Begor slides up the racetrack. That opens up room for the 20. Here comes Bucko Branham going right through. He goes from 5th to 3rd. You can see Jamie Begor get loose off the 4th turn. He drifted up the track. Bucko Branham was able to stick down to the inside, and he passed right through to the inside, going from 5th to 3rd, with Begor now in 4th and Duquette running in the 5th position. Out front, it is still Bill Sawyer, maintaining the same car length and a half to 2 over Rick Frenier, although now Frenier seems to be closing, pulling in on that back bumper. Sawyer in the 39, Frenier in the 77. You can see Frenier get on the binders a little bit off turn number 2. Had a good run going for him. Perhaps was thinking to move to the outside, but had to get on the brakes, and that halted his momentum. 2 laps to go for Bill Sawyer in the 39. His lead is 1 car length. And it's Frenier in the 77, Branham in the 20. Then it's 3 back to Jamie Begor in the 19. Sean Duquette still running in that 5th spot. 6th is Danny Sullivan. 7th is Toby Ebersol. 8th, Brian McGinley in the 35. White flag about to be unfurled for Bill Sawyer in the 39. Can Sawyer hang on for the win? Rick Frenier was right on the back bumper that time off turn number 4. Frenier drifts up the track in 2. Had to get on the brakes again. That's going to make Bucko Branham close in, or allow Bucko Branham to close in on that 2nd spot, and allows Bill Sawyer to pull away. He will win and not be challenged on this final lap. Checkered flag for Bill Sawyer. Rick Frenier 2nd, 3rd to Bucko Branham, 4th to Jamie Begor, 5th goes to Sean Duquette, 6th to Danny Sullivan, Toby Ebersol is 7th, 8th to Brian McGinley, 9th to Mike Shagnon, the 86, and 10th will go to Cody Aubin in Rico Hernandez, 17. The 61 for top point man Robin Wood. The 73 for Larry Underwood. And the 99 is Barry Vermont's Cody Blake. Green flag. Cody Blake is 3rd in points over at Thunder Road, but look out, Jamie Atkins drifts up the track in 2, got the big chunk of Tyler Terry in the 44. He goes flying across the bunker. They will set the pace. We did not complete a lap, so we'll have a full restart here. The green flag back out. Stoner in the 57, Bruno in the 33. Travis Bruno appears to have a pretty good run going for him on the top of the racetrack. He is going to take advantage of that progressive banking, take the lead down the backstretch into turn number 3, but now he slides up the track. Richie Turner in the 17, thinking about a 3-wide move if he can thread the needle there, but he thought better of it and backed out. It was almost dead even at the stripe. Let's see if Bruno can handle a little better. He does again off turn number 2. No problem last time either. It was over here in turns 3 and 4 where he slipped. So it's a good battle out front. Stoner in the 57, Bruno in the 33. Much better line this time for Travis. He's right up against the wall, though. He's able to hang on to it, but Howard Stoner is still leading the way. Richie Turner in the 17. A little tap perhaps to the 33. Is there 3 wide now for second? Chris Reeves on the inside. Turner in the 17 trying to thread the needle now and come on through. On the outside it is still Bruno in the 33. Robin Wood also looking to move towards the front. Turner is sideways off the 4th turn. Howard Stoner in the 57 shows the way. The 00 for Chris Reeves running in that second spot. Robin Wood trying to come through in the 61. On his door is Richie Turner in the 17. Wood trying to get perhaps to the inside of the 00. Howard Stoner with the ED Enterprises 57 shows the way. Off turn 4 and down the front stretch. It's a car length and a half lead for the 57 over now Robin Wood in car number 61, and Wood has closed quickly. Down the backstretch off turn number 2. The lead is 5 feet. Robin Wood looks to the outside, now looks down to the inside. Howard Stoner has the line. Third is Chris Reeves in the 00. Running in the 4th position, Richie Turner on the outside. Hey, how about Tyler Terry in the 44? He has raced back to 5th in the Pizza Palace number 44 after that mishap, working to the outside of Jamie Atkins on the opening lap. It is Howard Stoner and Robin Wood, and now Robin Wood says it is time to go. He looks to the outside with a Rennerec Gunny Bingo number 61 trying to get in a position to challenge for the top spot, but Howard Stoner running strong down on the inside with his number 57 hanging on the lead. Matter of fact, Wood right now has to worry more about second. Chris Reeves trying to take it back away from him. But now Robin Wood with a good run off turn number 2. Pulls up to the door of Stoner into turn number 4. Howard Stoner runs him down the front stretch. Chris Reeves looks to the inside of Stoner along the front stretch. At the stripe, it still is 57 by about a foot. Robin Wood pulls even on the outside. They run door to door off turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Wood got a real good run last lap off 2. He's got a good run going for him again into turn number 3. On the outside of the track, Robin Wood in car number 61 will race down the front stretch trying to take the lead away, and he will. Robin Wood is the leader. Gets down to the inside in turn number 1. Richie Turner trying to go with him on the outside. Howard Stoner in car number 57 drifting up the track, perhaps a piece of Turner off of turn number 2. They'll run side by side into the 3rd turn. Robin Wood is the race leader. Good battle for second now between Stoner and the 57 and Turner and the 17. Give it to Turner at the stripe with a white flag out. Robin Wood, Richie Turner, Howard Stoner, Chris Reeves, then the 44 of Tyler Terry. As they race down the backstretch, final time in this qualifier. Robin Wood is going to get the job done. The points leader is going to win his qualifier. Here he comes off 4. Checkered flag for Robin Wood. Richie Turner to 2nd. Howard Stoner is 3rd. 4th to Chris Reeves. 5th goes to...
Feature will be a heads-up start, so the winner of this one will be starting on the pole. Mids pick it up off turn 4. Green flag is out. Good jump on the outside for Doug Rose. He grabs the lead going into turn 1, but they're going to take it 3 wide into turn 2. Rhodes leads the pack up the backstretch. The 87 car is your leader. Good battle. A challenge on the inside for the number 2 spot. Number 7 runs in the 2nd spot. Patrick Vigneault in the 55 running 3rd. There's that 11 of Barnaby in that 4th spot. Challenge for the 4th spot. As they come off turn 4, they're going to take it side by side. 28 of Macri gets by Barnaby's number 11 and takes over 4th. Meanwhile, up front, Doug Rose continues to be your leader.
Rick, they're turning lap times of 17. The best lap time so far, 17.56. They're about a second slower than the modifieds.
Rose leads the way. Lotier is 2nd. Good battle going on. Trouble on the Rose car. He's off the pace. Rose falling to the back of the pack. Lotier has taken over the lead. Will Rose be able to get that car to the infield, or will we see a caution flag? Speedster midgets are halfway. Vigneault has moved the 55 into the number 2 spot. Doug Rose's 87 is out of harm's way. Will stay green. Lotier leads it. Vigneault is 2nd. Macri running in the 3rd spot in the 28. Barnaby's 11 runs in that 4th spot. And Steve Poirier rounds out the top 5 in the 5. Jeff Gallup is 6th in the 9. And at the back of the pack is the number 11. 2 to go this time by. Paul Lotier Jr. from Lebanon, Pennsylvania is the leader. Vigneault trying to run him down in the 55 car. He is from Quebec. About a car length advantage for Lotier as they take the white flag. Into turn 3 the final time. Paul Lotier Jr. will win this first qualifier for the Speedster Midgets. Second spot will go to Vigneault in the 55. Third spot at the line goes to Matthew in the 28. The 11 of Barnamy finishes fourth, and the fifth spot, New Jersey. That's the field for the second qualifier for the Speedster Midgets. They pick it up as they come off turn 4, down the front stretch. Green flag is out.
Oh, they touch.
Trouble right off the bat. One car nearly getting upside down. That was the 76 of Jean-Francois Tessier as he got hooked with Dominic Lucier's number 4. Future lineup scheduled to start as a heads-up start. Here they pick it up off turn 4. Green flag is out. Carl Labonte on the inside grabs the lead and will lead him up the backstretch the first time. Poirier in that number 28 car running in the second spot. Good battle for the third spot. Tobias in the 17 and Billy V in the 23. Labonte opens up 5, now 6 car lengths up the backstretch, but here comes Tobias on the inside. Richie Tobias looks to take the second spot away. It's a good battle. 3 cars now battling for that number 2 spot. Tobias has second at the stripe. Poirier trying to come right back on the outside. He picks up the momentum on the outside, and he will lead that battle for the number 2 spot up the backstretch. Tobias 17 runs in the number 3 spot now. Carl Labonte is your leader. They'll be halfway next time by. Yannick Poirier from St. Mathieu, Quebec, running in the number 2 spot. Richie Tobias is second. Tobias hails from Hershey, Pennsylvania. 4th spot goes to Billy V in the 23. 5th spot goes to Tyler Potts in that 12. And Alex Waugh from Candiac has the best view. They'll complete lap number 5 this time by single file off turn 4. Labonte leads it. It's still Poirier running in that number 2 spot with Tobias third. Two to go this time by. Labonte, Poirier, Tobias, and V. Your top 4. 5th spot maintained by that Tyler Potts number 12. But here comes the 13 of Alex Waugh to look for a room on the inside. It's a good battle for that 5th spot. White flag is out. Carl Labonte looking awfully strong by win in the second qualifier. He will start on the outside pole for the main event. Yannick Poirier trying to close in as they come off turn 4. Checkered flag is out at the line. It's Carl Labonte. Second spot goes to the 28 of Poirier. Third spot goes to the 23 of Bill.
It's Jim Introne in the 9. Then it is the 24F for George Foley, the 21 for Spencer Rushlaw, and shotgun on the field. And the number 73, it is Jim Davis. Jim is from Ballston Spa, New York. He is a regular runner with the big blocks down at the Fonda Speedway in that number 73. Fonda has a week off this week with the fair in town, so he decided to haul on up to Plattsburgh and try out the asphalt with a big A and with his 358 motor. As they run down the front stretch, 3 wide into turn number 1, racing for about the 6th spot. Leon Gagnon moving through. Aaron Barnamy trying to get around Neil Provost. Out front, Jason Durgan, he's being pestered by Pierre Bertillon for the lead. Here comes Durgan off the 4th turn. Bertillon following right in tow along the front stretch. Bertillon looks down to the inside. The 17 of Durgan trying to hang on to that top spot. Bertillon now about a half car length off the back bumper. Again, dives down to the inside into turn number 3. Durgan trying to close that lane, trying to shut it down on Bertillon off turn number 4, and he'll hang on to the lead. But again, Bertillon dives down to the inside into 1. Again, Durgan is able to hang on to the top spot and actually lengthens the lead to about 2 car lengths. And then it's a good gap back to Mike Riel, who runs 3rd. 4th is Leon Gagnon. Charging quickly in on that spot, though, is George Foley in the 24F. Remember, top 4 cars will pick up their handicap. If you finish in the top 4, you cannot start worse than 12th. And out front it is Jason Durgan in car number 17, turning laps at 16.325. That is the fast lap of the qualifier so far, turned by Jason Durgan. Halfway in qualifier number 1 for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds tonight. You've got A two-car battle out front, then it's a gap back to Mike Riel, who runs third. Leon Gagnon running fourth in the 4, but he's going to be feeling the heat soon. George Foley can't afford to just sit there in that fifth spot. He wants to challenge and get into the top 4 to pick up handicap. Foley looks to the inside of Gagnon for that 4th position, but nothing doing. Leon hangs on to 4th. Last week's winner, Aaron Bartamy, running 6th in his qualifier in the B3. Bartamy picked up his 2nd win of the season last week. He's from Sheldon, Vermont, but right now mired in the 6th position in the qualifier. Jason Durgan leading by 1 car length. Pierre Berthiaume has looked high, he's looked low, he's looked all over the place, and he has not been able to find a way around Jason Durgan as they come down the front stretch. 2 laps to go for Durgan in the 17. With Berthiaume still running in 2nd, looking to the inside again off turn number 2. Nothing doing. Berthiaume had the field covered last week, but the right rear tire went flat inside 10 laps remaining. That cost him the win as he was looking for his first of the season. White flag for Jason Durgan. Let's see if Berthiaume can make the pass. Durgan again lights up that right rear tire off turn number 2, leading by a half car length. Berthiaume drives it down to the inside into turn number 3. Here comes Jason Durgan in the 17, using up that right rear, going for the win, and he will win it. Jason Durgan wins. Pierre Berthiaume is 2nd. 3rd to Mike Riel. 4th to Leon Gagnon. 5th, George Foley. 6th, Aaron Bartamy. 7th goes to Jim Smith. And 8th from Fenton, Missouri, that is Kenny Schrader. And shotgun on the field, driving the 57C, the Dairy Queen sponsored machine from Messina, it is Kevin Federley. That's the field. Here they come. Green flag. Jim McComb leads the field off turn number 2. 3 wide towards the back of the pack. Let's see how Martin Roy does, trying to make progress towards the front. Now the yellow flag. Number 2, want to be in the top 4. Martin Roy's got some work to do. He's charging from 9th, trying to get to the top 4. Here they come, off turn 4, green flag. Jim McComb from the inside out front. Here comes this 27 for Cam Grady, and again they're 3 wide off turn number 2. Andy Haywood moving to the inside of the 27. Don Scarborough works the rim on the outside. He's trying to get to the 5th spot. Right up against the wall, it's Grady in the 27. Out front, it is Jim McComb in the number 5. Here comes Andy Haywood looking for the lead. Off turn 2 and down the backstretch, Andy Haywood. And the Niscoba sponsored number 80 machine will take the lead away from Jim McComb. Bryant Trim trying to get there as well, trying to get to the 2nd spot as McComb is sliding back. Running in the 4th position right now, the AK Auto 27 of Cam Grady. Mike Finney, though, working the rim on the outside. He will take the 4th spot away with his momentum. He's pulling Martin Roy with him down the backstretch. The Mosh Truck Center number 90 has raced to 5th, trying to get to the 4th position as he wants to pick up his handicap that will ensure that he will not start worse than 12th come feature time. They race around Jim McComb, and now Martin Roy is into the 4th spot. McComb runs 5th. 6th, it is Don Scarborough in the 11th. 7th is the 27 for Cam Grady. Out front, it is Andy. Oh, look out, there's contact over in turn number 4, coming off the 4th turn. It looked like the 27 of Cam Grady might have drifted up the track a little bit. They touched wheels. The Gamache Truck Center team running strong all season long. Here they come, off turn number 4. Green flag. Martin Roy thinking about 3 wide off turn number 2. Look at Martin Roy work on the outside. Bryant Trim has taken the lead away from Andy Haywood, and now Martin Roy is trying to take the lead away from Trim. Right up against the wall, off turn number 4, down the front stretch and to the lead. Sound the charge for Martin Roy as he has taken the lead away from Bryant Trim, and he is checking out. Bryant Trim runs 2nd. Andy Haywood running in the 3rd spot. Trim actually had a great restart. I thought Haywood would not be touched, but Bryant Trim was able to take the lead away from him. Andy Haywood running in 3rd, and then Martin Roy, he just went 3 wide and said, to heck with this, I'm going on the outside, and I am just going to plow right to the front. And that's exactly what he did. Charged to the front on the outside, and he is running away. Out front, unless he breaks, this one's over. Bryant Trim running at 2nd. He'll have his hands full, though, with Andy Haywood. And it is Mike Finney in the 38 running in the 4th spot. 5th, it is the 13 of Colleen Salisbury. Running 6th, it's Kevin Federley in the 57C. Federley trying to take that position away from Salisbury, and he'll try to move into the top 5. 7th is Michel Vian. 8th is Cam Grady. 9th is Don Scarborough. 10th is Jim McComb in the 5. 11th is Greg Atkins, and then Kenny Schrader at the back of the pack with the number 35. They were trying to get the setup the way Kenny Schrader would want it with that number 35 as he moves past Jim McComb at the back of the pack. The Gamache Truck Center number 90 of Martin Roy tied atop the points, and he wins his qualifier. He's going to win it by about the front stretch. Here he comes off turn number 4, checkered flag from Martin Awa. Race for second is going to be Brian Trims. Andy Haywood third, fourth Mike Finney. Fifth will be Kevin Federley. Sixth it's going to be Colleen Salisbury. Michelle Vienna seventh. Eighth to Don Scarborough. Ninth to Cam Grady. 10th to Greg Atkins. 11th to qualifier number 3. They'll take the green flag this time off of turn number 4. Craig Rio on the point. Green flag. Todd Ormsby from the outside. Craig Rio from the inside as they run 3 wide up into turn. Oh, look out. There goes Dan Brown sliding. And the number 40, Stefan Langlois, got hooked, it appeared, right on top of the racetrack, and that's going to bring up 8th. 9th is Matt Woodruff in the 55, and 10th in the points is Chris Kay in the 18. All right, ready to go. Here they come off turn number 4. We try again. Green flag. Riel in the CO2. Ormsby in the 26. Down the backstretch off turn number 2. Look at Ormsby getting a good run off the second turn, taking the lead away into turns 3 and 4. Ormsby in the 26 had problems in one of the later practice sessions. Got a piece of the wall coming off of turn number 4, but nothing obviously that canceled his night, and he is running quite well at speed now. Look at the 49, Richard Tesser trying to hang on to it. Look out, they touch up into turn number 3. Sliding is Craig Rio in the CO2, and look who's involved. Of winning with that modified that he's got underneath him. All right, ready to go again. 1 lap showing complete. Qualifier number 3 for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Green flag. Matt Woodruff from the outside of row number 1 takes the lead with a Liquor on a Wine Warehouse double nickel. Bringing with him down the backstretch, the Atash Chateauguay number 49 for Richard Tesser. The Crickets 22 of Mike Bruno works the rim on the outside, trying to get around the 26 of Todd Ormsby into that third spot. Bruno was 4th at the stripe. Ormsby was hanging on to the top 3. Mike Wells is also there in the 76. Now Ormsby get on the binders to collect the car off turn number 2, and that allows Bruno to get a good run off the second turn, and again try to challenge. Now Todd Ormsby way up the track, had to get on the brakes, very slow into turn number 4. He's going to get passed not just by Bruno. Max MVN goes past, Mike Wells goes past, and almost Stefan Langlois also moving past with the 0-0. It is the double nickel for Matt Woodruff, the 49 of Richard Tesser. Tesser has been very fast at times this year with that 49, but he has struggled some nights with the handle on that car, and I'm not sure it's really where he wants it to be. He's not a guy that we often see lighten up the right rear, and he's been doing it the last couple of laps trying to hang on to Matt Woodruff, who is pulling away from him out front. Matt Woodruff, who won once last year with the double nickel, trying to get to victory lane for the first time in 2009. He's got a comfortable lead built up over Richard Tesser. Tesser's going to have to work because the Crickets 22 of Mike Bruno is running right behind, and he's looking down to the inside off turn number 4. Max MVN runs in the 4th spot with a Regal Bakery number 25. That is another one of the good stories. Max MVN, just a young guy driving that number 25, and he has really improved week by week and has become a much better driver through the course of the season. And while I'm not sure he'll end up in victory lane before the season is out, Max and that team can really be proud of the improvement that they have made throughout the season. Mike Bruno still sitting in that 3rd spot, trying to get to Richard Tesser, but not much seems to be happening as Tesser maintains a 2 to 3 car length advantage over Bruno. 2 laps remaining, inside 2 laps now for Matt Woodruff in the double nickel. He's got about an 8 car length advantage over Richard Tesser. Then Bruno running in that 3rd spot. Max MVN comfortably in 4th. White flag. Final time around the qualifiers tonight for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. And Matt Woodruff is going to win this 3rd qualifier as he heads for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Here he comes down the front stretch. The double nickel gets the job done. Second, it's going to be Richard Tesser. Mike Bruno goes to 3rd. 4th, it's Max MVN. 5th to Mike Wells. 6th to Stefan Langlois. 7th will be Todd Ormsby in the 26th. Then Dan Brown in the 40. Will finish in the 8th position. The 58 for Don Brissett. Don also from Plattsburgh. That's the field. 8 strong. Green flag. Joe Daniels in the 46 leads him off turn number 2, and they're 3 wide trying to go around Mark Karen. Lance Raptoy in the middle, brother Dave Raptoy on the outside, Mark Karen down on the inside. 3 wide racing for 3rd. Lance right now has that 3rd spot through the middle, but check out Dave Raptoy on the outside at the stripe. He's the one that's going to have 3rd. 4th, it is Lance Raptoy in the number 11. Now they're 3 wide racing for the 5th position. Nick Haywood is going to race to 5th. He's got Joe Warren to his right. Side-by-side racing on down the backstretch into turn number 3. Lance Raptoy, Dave Raptoy, Nick Haywood in the number 29, now trying to move to the inside of Dave Raptoy and take the 4th position away. Randy Ledoux has taken the lead from Joe Daniels. He leads by a car length, and he's starting to check out down the backstretch. Joe Daniels running 2nd, Lance Raptoy 3rd in the number 11, but Raptoy moves to the inside of Daniels in the number 46, trying to grab the 2nd spot off turn number 4. New 2nd place man is Lance Raptoy. Nick Haywood in the 29, following through on that inside line. He is going to race to 3rd. Joe Daniels sliding back in the number 46. Joe has 2 wins this year with that number 46, but those wins came earlier in the season. Out front, it is Randy Ledoux, and he's got about a 6-car length advantage over Lance Raptoy in the number 11. It has been a make-or-break season for the 47. When he has been hooked up, that car has been as fast as anybody. He's won 3 times, as we said, the only guy in this division with 3 wins. But too often, he's had all kinds of bad luck, often getting involved in incidents that were no fault of his own. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was a stretch where about 3 consecutive weeks that 47 was collected in somebody else's mistake or by somebody else's mistake. And if he were to have those 3 weeks back, we'd probably have a 4-car battle for the point standings. Randy Ledoux continues to show the way with just 2 laps remaining in this qualifier. Nick Haywood trying to take 2nd away from Lance Raptoy. Lance in the 11 working on the outside of the racetrack. Nick Haywood in the number 29. Nick, remember, about a month ago, totaled his number 29 Camaro. And Nick and his team went and purchased this car that had been campaigned earlier in the year by Chris Guerin. It was then number 6. Purchased the car. The first week, they really didn't have the setup as Joe Daniels is sliding off turn number 2. A lot of smoke over there in the 2nd turn. Checkered flag is going to be out. Here they come. Randy Ledoux off turn number 4 is going to win it. The race for 2nd down to the stripe. It's going to be Nick Haywood on the inside for 2nd, 3rd to Lance Raptoy, 4th to Joe Warren, 5th to Dave Raptoy, 6th to Mark Karen in the number 5. Ready to run in qualifier number 2 for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades. And we've got the co-point leader in this one. That would be Lonnie Rivers in the number 7. Green flag. Dragoon in the 36. Kilburn in the 32. Hey, how about 3 wide off turn number 2? Why not, says Mike Terry, as he's going to try to take the lead down the backstretch. 3 wide, maybe for 1st, maybe 3 wide for 4th. How about we just put 6 cars and throw them all together racing for the lead? Here they come off turn number 4. Some of them headed right towards the wall. They turn left just in time, and Mike Terry has the lead. Josh Terry in the 43 runs in the 2nd spot. Lonnie Rivers comes out of that mayhem off the 4th turn and ends up 3rd. On the outside, Bob Dragoon in the 36 right now has 4th, but Josh Allen is on the inside with his car number 10 trying to take that position away. Out front, it is Mike Terry in the 65. 2 wins on the season for that number 65. He is the 10th place point man. Josh Terry in the number 43 running strong the last couple of weeks. He's about a car length off the back bumper. And then Lonnie Rivers in car number 7. Co-point leader, defending track champion, sits in 3rd. The top 3 cars have pulled away from Josh Allen, the 4th place runner in car number 10. Bob Dragoon runs 5th. Battle for 6th between the 32 of Kilburn and the 61 of Dubuque. Kilburn's car pushed up the racetrack. It looked like he had room down to the inside of Bob Dragoon if he wanted to, but that car drifted up the track on him, and he wasn't able to challenge Dragoon for the position. And right now it is Mike Terry out front. Josh Terry in the 43, he's going to be getting challenged pretty quick because Lonnie Rivers, the number 7, is having a peek to the inside. Cody Kilburn, Bob Dragoon, they are really mixing it up towards the back of the pack. And the 32 just made pretty good contact with the left rear of the 36. That sent him spinning around as they were battling towards the back of the pack. Out front, the 65 of Mike Terry running in the 2nd spot, and the black flag is out for the 32. 2nd spot, and looks like the black flag also for the 36 of Dragoon. That is Mike Terry, Josh Terry, and Lonnie Rivers. Top 3 cars with 2 laps to go. Lonnie Rivers still trying to wrestle that position away from the 43. Trying to get there to the inside. As they race off turn number 2 down the backstretch, it's still about a car length and a half advantage for Mike Terry. And Josh Terry continues to run real well in his number 43, working that middle line, a high line off the 4th turn with a white flag out. Lonnie Rivers could not complete the pass from the inside. Mike Terry drifts high off turn number 2, stays on the racetrack. Good run down the backstretch into turn number 3. Josh Terry trying to get to the back bumper. Hanging on to that second spot. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Mike Terry in the 65, Josh Terry in the 43, Lonnie Rivers in car number 7. Here's the race for 4th. It's going to be Kenny St. Germain in the number 40, and then Dan Dubuque finishing 5th in the number championship. Kevin Boutin in the number 25. He's got 2 wins this year. Robert Gordon, Mr. Consistency in this division in the H2O. He'll start 6th. And Metal Man is shotgun in the field in the number 2. That's the field. 7 cars, green flag. From the outside of row number 1, Keith Pelkey has the lead off turn number 2. He'll show the way down the backstretch. Kenny Davies in the number 9, running in the second spot. They run door-to-door for 3rd with Keith O'Neill in the 0, Jason Sawyer in the number 28. And they're also running door-to-door for the 4th position. Booton in the 25 and Gordon with the H2O. Pelkey has the lead. Second is Kenny Davies. 3rd, Keith O'Neill in the 0, but look at Jason Sawyer in the 28. Sawyer getting a good run. He's starting to pull up on the outside of that 0 car, trying to take 3rd away, and just as we say that, here comes O'Neill looking to the inside of Davies, trying to wrestle 2nd away from Kenny. Keith Pelkey in the 24 is the leader. Keith O'Neill in the 0, running in the 2nd position, trying to come through on the inside. Davies gets a good run off turn number 2. Look at Bouton vaulting down the backstretch into the 25. Jason Sawyer right there, though, in the 28. Now O'Neill surges to the 2nd spot into turn number 4. Down the front stretch, the drag race for 2nd is on, and it is O'Neill at the stripe. Keith O'Neill had 2nd by about a foot. O'Neill has the 2nd spot. Bouton in the 25 trying to take 3rd away from Kenny Davies. Davies on the outside right now is 4th. Robert Gordon runs in the 5th spot. Then it's Jason Sawyer in the 28. Sawyer's kind of been boxed. He's had no place to go. Cars to the inside, and he's been following Kenny Davies on the outside with the number 9. As Kenny has been sliding backwards, so too has been Jason Sawyer with that number 28. Keith Pelkey, comfortable lead out front. About 8 car lengths over Keith O'Neill in the 0. Although look at the right side of O'Neill's 0 car, and you'll see the 25 of Kevin Bouton trying to take that 2nd position away. Bouton working on the outside, down the stripe. He's got 2nd. I think you could put up a pretty good case that over the last month, that 25, arguably, along with Randy Ledoux's 47, has been among the top 2 or 3 fastest cars in this division. He was in line to pick up a bunch of points a couple of weeks back when he got involved in a late race tangle. He would be within single digits off the point lead had he not been involved in that mishap late in a feature event a couple of weeks ago. Keith Pelkey in the 24, Kevin Bouton in the 25, Robert Gordon now 3rd with the H2O, Keith O'Neill 4th with the 0, 5th Jason Sawyer in the 28, 6th Kenny Davies in the number 9. Here's the white flag for the field. White flag for Keith Pelkey in the Bourgeois IGA number 24. The Renegades will be running a 25-lap feature event tonight. Tied atop the point standings, the 7 of Lonnie Rivers, the 29 of Nick Haywood, that 25 car of Kevin Bouton just 17 points out. Here they come off turn number 4. Win is going to go to Keith Pelkey in the 24. Bouton will finish 2nd in the 25. The H2O for Gordon is 3rd, 4th Keith O'Neill, 5th Jason Sawyer, 6th to Kenny Davies, and 7th will be
the 3, Patrick Anderson the 84, Stephen Brissett in the 10. That's your field. Keysville Napa Mini Modifieds are under green. On the outside, the 77 of John Bradley will lead them up the backstretch the first time. 3 wide action off turn number 3 as they battle for those middle positions. Some of the points leaders starting well in the back of the pack, having to work their way through to the front. 20 laps the distance tonight, so they've got 5 extra laps to try to work their way through the traffic. 4 wide this time off turn 2. It continues to be John Bradley up front in the 77. The 03 of Speedy Brissett running in the number 2 spot. Mr. Turd, he runs in Turd in the 08. Great action as they battle for spots right around 10 through 15. 4 wide action. Look out, the 33 of Jenkins goes around. He got tapped from behind by the 45 of Malcolm Woodward. A nice job by Billy Jenkins to hold on to that car. The guy that took the worst of it, Matt Brusso in the 26, he falls all the way to the back of the pack. It continues to be the 77 of John Bradley running up front. But here comes Mr. Turd on the outside. Mr. Turd no longer in third. He's in second as he takes that away from Speedy. But Speedy coming right back on the inside. These top three cars have pulled away from the fourth place car of Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. Justin Doner's number 1 runs 5th, followed by Bobby Rivera in 6th. Tommy Santillo's 88 is 7th. 8th spot goes to the 93 of Eli Bishaw. Dusty D runs 9th. Billy Twaits is 10th. Moving into the 11th spot right now, here comes the 95. That's Captain Thunder, Rick Doner. Jimmy Varno next, followed by Chris Levere, Gilligan, and Eric Riel. New leader up front. Mr. Turd shows the way. Andrew Bordeaux in the 08. Car ran fast last week. He's running fast once again tonight. Here comes Justin Doner on the move. Looking to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. Doner goes to third. He'll look to take second away from Speedy as they come off turn 4. Justin Doner on the inside. Speedy Brissett on the outside. Doner takes the second spot. Brissett back to third in the 08 in the Bradley 77. Dusty D has moved into 5th. Collins is 6th. Twaits 7th. Bobby Levere 8th. Captain Thunder's 9th. And Gilligan is up to 10th. Remember, 20 laps tonight for the mini modifieds. 20 laps. Mr. Turd shows the way in the 08. But here, quickly closing in is the 1 of Justin Doner. Doner right onto the back bumper of the 08. 5 car lengths back to Speedy Brissett's 03. But Dusty D is on the move. Dusty D looking to take the third spot from Speedy. Brissett drifts a little bit high in the 03. And he's going to lose the third spot. He may lose fourth because here comes Billy Twaits on the inside in the 69. And Rick Doner will follow him through. Meanwhile, up front, Justin Doner has assumed command. Doner leads the way. Bordeaux runs second in the 08. Third spot goes to Dusty D. Second place points man is Billy Twaits. He's just ahead of the 95 of Rick Doner, who is the points leader. We've got a mess in turn 2. The Varno 11 has gone around. It'll bring out the caution. Woodward's 40. Chris Levere rounds out the top 10. Green flag is out. 11 to go for Justin Doner. Trouble for the 3 car of Jenkins as he is headed back to the garage area. Off turn 4, Justin Doner continues to lead the way, but Twaits has moved into second in the 69. Bordeaux still holding on to the third spot in the 08. Dusty D has dropped out of the top 3 as here comes Rick Doner to the inside of Mr. Turd. Doner now takes the third spot from Turd. As that's happening, Billy Twaits has got the lead in the 69. Justin Doner trying to hang right with him on the outside. Here comes Captain Thunder, now third. Randy Martin in the 77B, now 4th. Dusty D is back to 5th. Outside, that's Mr. Turd. Andrew Bordeaux in the 08. Then we got the 4 of Chris Levere. Gilligan now looking to the inside of the 95 of Rick Doner as they try to get by the 1 of Justin Doner. Bill Twaits has opened up ground in this battle for the number 1 spot. Martin on the inside may take that second spot away from Justin Doner. How about that? Gilligan goes to second. That's a car that's been much faster on the outside than the inside, but tonight, Randy's done well on the inside of the racetrack. Twaits leads it. Martin is second. Justin Doner third. Rick Doner 4th. 5th spot goes to Dusty D in the 12. Chris Levere is 6th. Andrew Bordeaux 7th in the 08. Speedy Brissett is 9th. 10th spot. That's going to go to Bobby Levere on the outside of Jimmy Collins in the 5. They're going to have 5 to go this time by for Bill Twaits. He continues to maintain that 5 car length advantage over Gilligan in the number 2 spot. Rick Doner looking for a way by the 1 of Justin Doner. If they stay the way they are right now, Bill Twaits is going to be your new points leader going into next Saturday night. it would be a 6-point lead. Trouble on the backstretch. One car is off in the bunker. That's the Terry Bishaw 36. He's got it refired and will stay green. That's good news for those top two cars as they want to keep the 1 and the 95 as far behind them as possible. Thwaites and Martin have pulled away from the battle for the number 2 spot. Donor on the inside, Donor on the outside. Rick in the 95, Justin in the 1. Chris LeVere battling side by side with Dusty D for the number 5 spot. 2 laps to go, this time by for Billy Thwaites. Randy Martin right on his back bumper looking for a way by. And they're still side by side in the Donor family feud. Rick and Justin battling for the number 3 spot. Leaders come off turn 3 into turn 4. They'll see the white flag from Chief Starter Weasel Brunel. 1 to go. Thwaites leads it. Martin second. Rick Donor in the 95 has moved into the number 3 spot. Lap traffic should not be a problem. These two cars will have it to decide it. Thwaites on the inside, Martin on the back bumper. Will he go to the outside? No, he's going to look to the deep inside. Won't be enough. Thwaites wins it. Martin is second. 3rd spot goes to the 95 of Rick Donor. 4th goes to the 1 of Justin Donor. And Dusty D comes back on the outside of the 12 to take that 5th spot. So by my math, unofficially, it's going to be a 4-point lead. So Rob is headed down to victory lane, and he'll talk with Bill Thwaites, the winner. Downstairs, Rob Knowles, take it away.
Yeah. All right, Rick, thanks a lot. We'll get a word with Bill Thwaites. I think he's climbed out. No, were you trying to get back in? The race is done. It's so fast he wants to get back in and go again. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Billy Thwaites wins. And he's also going to take the point lead back away from Rick Donor. It's a pretty good battle you guys are going to have going right down the stretch. You swap the point lead every week.
Oh, it was a good night for me. I got banged up in the beginning there, and Randy started catching me. I had a little push in my car, but it all worked out real good.
Well, it certainly helped to build up the early cushion. As is often the case, it seems as though whoever can get to the point first between yourself and some of these other cars that are in the top 3 tonight, that's who's usually going to win. And you really picked it up on that last restart that we had.
Yeah, I knew right in the beginning, I knew Rick didn't like the inside lane, so you got to get a jump right off the start, or else he'll get you.
Well, you were able to get him tonight, and you get the point lead back as well. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, Billy Thwaites wins again. The 4 for Cody Aubin, and the 99 for Cody Blake. That's the field. Green flag. 25 laps to distance. As they race off turn number 2 down the backstretch, they're side by side running for the top 12 positions. On the inside of the front row, racing off turn number 4, leading lap number 1, it's Bill Sawyer in the 39. Rick Frenier goes with him to the 2nd spot. Howard Stoner right now runs 3rd. Richie Turner running in the 4th spot, now trying to take 3rd away as they were 3 wide off turn number 2. Duquette looks down to the inside. Bigor's there yet again on the brakes. Bigor will slide in behind the 18 as Sean Duquette was 3 wide off the 2nd turn down the backstretch. Out front it is Bill Sawyer in the number 39. Running in the 2nd spot is Rick Frenier in the 77. Frenier had a peek to the inside of Sawyer as he dimed in the turn between 1 and 2, but Frenier could not get there. Then it's the 17 of Richie Turner. Side by side racing for 4th. Stoner in the 57, the 44 of Tyler Terry. Here comes Jamie Bigor trying to move on up on the inside, taking a spot away from Sean Duquette. But keep an eye on points leader Robin Wood in the 61, who's getting it done on the outside. He picked off Duquette. He's running side by side with Jamie Bigor, but he is where he has run extremely well much of the season. On the outside, on the inside, actually that 61 has worked all over the place, and that's why he is the top point man. He's behind Howard Stoner now. Stoner got shot up the track, and that allows the 00 of Chris Reeves to move through on the inside. Reeves trying to take a spot away. They're 3 wide, racing for the 6th spot. Bigor on the inside, Stoner in the middle of the sandwich. Outside it is Robin Wood in the 61. Now Robin Wood has that spot, and he's going to go after Chris Reeves for the 5th position. Out front, it's Bill Sawyer, the 39. The 77 of Rick Frenier still runs 2nd. Richie Turner runs in the 3rd spot. The 44 of Tyler Terry runs in the 4th position. But now here's Terry moving down to the inside. Tyler Terry trying to take a position away from Richie Turner as they race for 3rd. Side by side racing for the 5th position as well. Chris Reeves and Robin Wood running side by side off the 4th turn along the front stretch. Bill Sawyer leads by a half car length. Then it is the 77 of Frenier. A car length back to Tyler Terry in the 44. A half car length back to the 17 of Richie Turner. Right now it is Chris Reeves in the 5th position on the inside. Robin Wood continues to work on the outside of the racetrack with the 61, and now Jamie Bigor trying to get to the back bumper of the 00 and see if he can perhaps move to the inside of Robin Wood and take away that 6th position. Side by side now for 2nd. Tyler Terry diving down to the inside. Rick Frenier on the outside in the 77. They touch in 3 and 4. Terry trying to come on through. Look at Chris Reeves down on the inside. They're 4 wide along the front stretch. Look out. Cars diving down to the infield. The 77 and the 44 got together. Turner in the 17 goes back up the racetrack. As they race off turn number 2, Chris Reeves to the 2nd position. Frenier somehow manages to hang on to 3rd. Don't keep your eyes on the 77 and the 44. They touched that time off the 4th turn, and that really was a bad break for Jamie Bigor in the 19. Bigor was trying to move through down on the inside. Those cars came back down the racetrack. Bigor on the inside line had no place to go. He got slammed into the infield after the contact between the 77 and the 44 off turn 4. Out front, it's the 39 of Sawyer. Chris Reeves is running 2nd. Reeves has won once this season. He's looking for win number 2. He taps the back bumper into turn number 2. Everybody's all right off the 2nd turn. They run in line down the backstretch. Reeves again right on the back bumper of the 39 of Sawyer. The 77 starting to draw back in. Look who else is moving towards the front. It's the 20 of Bucko Branham. He is now 4th. Branham a 10-point deficit. He has passed Robin Wood. He is now in a position to pick up points on Robin Wood, as right now Wood is sliding in the 6th position in the 61. Now out front, here comes Chris Reeves, working down on the inside of Bill Sawyer. Sawyer sideways off the 4th turn, trying to hang on to the lead. He's got the lead at the stripe still by about 5 feet. They touch into turn number 1. Again, close off turn number 2. Dead even down the backstretch. Now Reeves puts the nose out in front. The 39 of Sawyer trying to hang right with him. Reeves still has the lead into turn number 4. Here they come off the 4th turn. Again, they touch off 4. They're leading on one another down the front stretch. Chris Reeves has the lead. The 77 of Rick Frenier right there running in the 3rd position, now going for 2nd. Frenier diving down to the inside of the 39 of Sawyer. He's got Bucko Branham on his back bumper. Problems for Richie Turner in the 17. He's off the pace. He's going to take it down to the infield. Out front, it's Chris Reeves. Rick Frenier trying to pull up on his back bumper, running in the 2nd spot, but now 2 car lengths behind Reeves, who is out front. Branham has moved to 3rd. Sawyer stuck on the outside and sliding backwards. Robin Wood runs in the 4th position. Make it 5th as Sawyer fights back on the outside. He was losing spots, but now puts up a little bit of a fight with Robin Wood trying to move through down on the inside. Slower car, that is the number 4 of Aubin that they will have to work around. He'll keep it down on the inside. Here comes the 00 of Chris Reeves around the 4 car. The 77 of Frenier has his hands full as Bucko Branham is right on the back bumper. Frenier runs in the 2nd spot. Branham is running 3rd. 4th, it is the 61 of Robin Wood. 5th, it is Bill Sawyer. 6th is the 44 of Tyler Terry. Terry's car has not been as strong since the contact coming off of turn number 4. Challenging for 2nd is Bucko Branham, taking a peek to the inside of the 77. They are even into turn number 3. Here comes the 77 back after him on the outside. Bucko Branham from the inside down the front stretch to the stripe. He's got 2nd. The Professor Bucko Branham moves to the 2nd spot. Let's see if he can chase down Chris Reeves with a 00. Reeves leading. Branham 2nd. Frenier running 3rd. 4th is Robin Wood. 5th is Bill Sawyer. 6th is Tyler Terry. 7th is Sean Duquette. 8th is Howard Stoner. 9th is Toby Ebersol. 10th is Jamie Bigor with the number 19. 1 car length is the advantage. Reeves works high on the racetrack off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Bucko Branham is right there. He's about 5 feet off the back bumper, now looking down to the inside for the lead. Reeves has the lead at the stripe by a half car length. He tries to pin him down into turns 1 and 2. Robin Wood is off the pace. Robin Wood is losing spots in the 61. He is slow off turn number 2. Perhaps the rear end down with the 61 as he tries to limp around the racetrack. Out front, it is the 20 of Bucko Branham trying to take the lead away from Chris Reeves. Reeves hanging on to lead at the stripe. 5 laps remaining. Robin Wood is trying to wrestle this race car around the track. The right rear tire down on the 61. The rear end bouncing up and down on that car as he tries to limp it around the track to salvage the points finish. Here they come off turn number 4 for the lead. Bucko Branham has it. Branham has the lead at the stripe in car number 20. Chris Reeves comes back after him. Perhaps he can pin him behind the Shagnon 86 if he gets back down to the inside. Let's see how Shagnon will play it. He's going to stay to the outside. They'll run 3 wide into 3 and 4. Working right into the hands of Bucko Branham, who will lead them off the 4th turn. Here comes Rick Frenier back after Chris Reeves for second. Branham's got the lead now by a car length and a half, and he's opening it up. And he could become the new point leader. Look who's right in front of him along the backstretch. He's about to put a lap on Robin Wood, who continues to limp around the racetrack, trying to salvage a finish. 2 laps to go for car number 20 in Bucko Branham. Branham leads. Reeves runs second. Frenier is third. 4th is the 39 of Bill Sawyer. 5th is Sean Duquette. 6th is Tyler Terry. 7th is Howard Stoner. 8th is Jamie Begor. 9th is the 82 of Toby Ebersol. 10th is Travis Bruno. 11th is Danny Sullivan. 12th is Brian McGinley, as the white flag is out for Bucko Branham. Robin Wood could be looking at about a 15th place finish, and that would likely give the points lead to Bucko Branham, who is in turn number 3. Final lap for the defending track champion of the J&S Steel Sportsman, who is on his way to win number 3. Bucko Branham wins it. 2nd to Chris Reeves. 3rd to Rick Frenier. 4th, Bill Sawyer. 5th, Sean Duquette. 6th, Tyler Terry. 7th, Howard Stoner. 8th, Jamie Begor. 9th to Toby Ebersol. 10th to Travis Bruno. 11th, Danny Sullivan. 12th to the 35 of Brian McGinley. Larry Underwood, 13th. And 14th will go to Cody Blake in the 99.
Rob is headed down trackside for a
lot of fun.
Victory Lane interview.
Well, thanks for being with us. You think it does look like George Foley a little bit? Bucko gets the win tonight. I know Curious George will give him a high five. Bucko Branham's out of his car. 3rd win of the year for Bucko. Come on around. Bucko. Gonna do a 3 with these guys? Come on over here. All right, congratulations, 3rd win of the year. Come on back this way a little bit so we can see on the camera. Tell me about the pass of Chris Reeves. You were running side by side with him for 2 or 3 laps, and then you were able to power through on the inside.
Yeah, I really hated to pass Chris because I helped him. He parks right next to me, and kid gets so excited when he wins. I've had enough wins, but you never get sick of winning. So, plus I figure this is a little redemption from last week. So. Yeah, Chris is a good runner. I like Chris.
One of the turning points in the race, I thought there was contact fairly early in the race. Some cars that were running 2 or 3 wide off the 4th turn, contact, sent some cars down the infield, and that seemed to play to your advantage because you were able to avoid all of that and pick up some spots.
Yeah, I don't know what really happened, but you know something like that's going to happen about 8-10 laps into the race, so you kind of hope it doesn't happen, but when it does, it kind of plays into your advantage, and it did tonight for me.
And you have really come on in the last month, and unofficially by our count, with Robin having some tough luck there down the stretch, the points lead might be yours for the first time since maybe week 1 or 2, since early in the season.
Yeah, it's too bad Robin had a flat tire because, I love racing against him. He's my nephew, and, there's a lot of rivalry right there in the yard. So, yeah, I don't like him falling out to bad fortune, but we'll take the win.
Well, congratulations on your 3rd win. Another fine job by you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Northern Sanitation, Liquor and Wine Warehouse. Who else I got? Barks Shell, Adams Glass, and Daniel Signs. Thank them all very much.
All right, Bucko Branham, everybody give him a nice round of applause. He gets the win and unofficially also
lined
gets
up and ready to go. They pick it up as they come into turn number 4. Look for the green flag. We are underway. Good jump on the outside, gets the lead. As they head up the backstretch the first time. Look out, caution for. They pick it up at the cone. Green, flag is out. 3-wide action already as they hit into turn number 1. On the outside, it's Labonte in the 24. Lautier in the 7. Holds on to that number 2 spot. The 55 of Vigneault running in the 3rd spot. They come off turn 4 to complete lap number 1. Good action toward the back of the pack as the speedsters race 3 wide. But up front, Carl Labonte grabs the lead in the 24 and starts to open up 5, 6, now 7 car lengths on the 7 of Paul Lautier Jr. Vigneault in the 55 running in the 3rd spot. Then it's the battle of 28s. Now the 28 of Macri is taking the 3rd spot, away from the 55 car of Vigneault. He is back to 4th. The 55 of Poirier runs in the number 5 spot. Up front, Labonte has pulled away from the 2nd place car of Lautier. The battle is for that number 3 spot. It involves the 28 of DJ Macri. And on the outside, the 55 of Patrick Vigneault. Then we come back to the Yannick Poirier in the yellow number 28. He holds down that 5th spot. Caution flag out on this early in his qualifier, but have some mechanical problems. Now ready to go back to green with the speedster. And it's again Labonte who gets the good jump in the 24. But here comes Lautier on the outside. Lautier moves right alongside the 7 of Labonte. And can he get it done on the outside? Yes, he sticks his nose in front. And Paul Lautier Jr. is going to grab the lead off turn 4. Labonte is back to 2nd. Billy V in the 23 up to the number 3 spot. He now looks to the outside of Labonte. The 55 of Patrick Vigneault running in the number 4 spot. Field comes off turn 4. And up front, Lautier opens up 2-3 car lengths now on the 24 of Labonte. Billy V running in the 3rd spot in the 23. Good battle for position 6, 7, and 8 as they nearly got 3 wide running up the backstretch. Yannick Poirier in the 28 running in the number 4 spot. The Poirier right now being challenged. How long can he hold on to that 4 spot as Patrick Vigneault is 55, trying to find a way by. Vigneault runs 5th. Top 3 cars have pulled away from the battle for the number 3 spot. Lautier still leads it. Labonte is 2nd, and Billy V runs 3rd. They're going to be halfway next time by.
Those top 3 midgets, Rick, are all very close on the scoring monitor, within 1/10 of a second of each other on every single lap.
Halfway for Paul Lautier Jr., looking to bring the win back to Lebanon, Pennsylvania. He's now got 2 or 3 car lengths on the side-by-side battle for the number 2 spot. Labonte on the inside of the 24. Billy V on the outside. He's going to take 2nd in the 23. Billy V moves into the number 2 spot as Labonte drops back to 3rd. And now we'll see if Billy V has anything for Paul Lautier Jr. Lautier has a 4 car length advantage as they come off turn number 4. Still a good battle going on for the number 4 spot between the 28 of Poirier and the 55 of Vigneault. 2 competitors out of the province of Quebec battle for that number 4 spot.
Billy V's lap time just a little bit faster last time. And if he can continue that slightly quicker pace, he will run him down.
He's got 7 laps to try to close in on leader Paul Lautier Jr. And he's cut that lead, which was 5 car lengths, down to about 2. "14 laps complete. 6 laps remain for the Speedster Midgets. First appearance ever at Airborne Speedway, and we've got a challenge for the lead. Might have got it a little bit too hot going into turn number 3, and it forces Billy V to drop back a car length. But here he comes once again. Lotier Jr. in the 7. Billy V right there, moving right alongside up the backstretch. They are side by side into 3. And again, Billy V gets a little bit too hot into the corner and loses ground. Back to the inside. He's going to have the lead. Billy V with a nice move coming off turn 4, but here comes Lotier right back. Side by side up the backstretch. Billy V on the inside, Paul Lotier on the outside. They have exchanged leads over the past couple of laps. Now another move to the inside. Will he be able to get him as they race to the front stretch? No, Billy V still holds on to the lead. Lotier is second, but he's right back on the inside. Drifts up a little bit, nearly contact. It'll be 2 laps to go this time. Here comes Labonte on the inside to take second. Carl Labonte says, I'm not done yet. He's going to take the number 2 spot. 2 to go. Billy V leads the way. Side-by-side battle for second, which is now going to go to Labonte. Lotier had some steering problems as he went into turn 2 and lost quite a bit of ground. White flag is out for the 23. Off turn 4 the final time. Billy V is going to win at second spot. Is going to go to Carl Labonte. Third spot will go to the 7 of Paul Lotier Jr. The 55 will finish in the 4th spot. That's Patrick Vigneault. And rounding out the top 5 will be the 17. Rob is headed trackside, and in just a moment, he'll get a word with our main event winner this evening. These 3 drivers put on a great show up front, exchanging.
Ilan Buckle, give him a nice round of applause, everybody. That was a pretty good race. Dicing back and forth. Lap times are on our scoring monitor. Let me slide you this way a little bit so we can see you. Checking lap times on the scoring monitor, and your car stayed really consistent down the stretch. And you could see that it was only a matter of time before you chased him down.
Oh, yeah, this thing was awesome. I really got to thank my dad and BR. They put their heart and soul into this deal. I mean, that car was... I could have started dead last. That car, I mean, that was unbelievable.
Compare the size of Airborne with some of the other tracks that you guys have been running on.
Oh, this is about a medium-sized track. I mean, we ran Oswego and Shangri-La there. But this is perfect size for these cars. You can really put on a good show here.
And were you able to carry something over from some of those other racetracks to here at Airborne?
Yeah, we came here with a similar setup that we had at Shangri-La Motor Speedway, and it just really worked right from the get-go.
Now, you're from Sparrow Bush. Where's Sparrow Bush?
It's down towards the border of Pennsylvania and New York, about 4.5 hours away from here. So it's a long trip, but well worth it.
And you guys haul across to different venues in the Northeast.
Yeah, we follow the whole Speedster deal, and I run the 305 sprint car and pretty much anything I can get in.
And at the same time, you had your Quebec brethren racing tonight as well, so it's nice to have a pretty good-sized field.
Oh, yeah, this is great. This is the biggest turnout I think we've ever had with the Speedster Series here, so hopefully it was a good show for you guys.
Well, absolutely. It was a very good show. Congratulations on your win.
Thanks a lot. I really just got to thank all my sponsors, Hank Conroy Motorsports, Johnson & Conroy Insurance, Ray Everham's Racing for a reason. He helped us get this deal going. Rich Tobias gave me this car 2 years ago. I just got to thank everybody who's helped me get here tonight.
Real nice job. Congratulations. All right. Once again, give all the top 3 finishers a nice round of applause. The 74 for Neil Provost, the 5 for Jim McComb, the 24 for the pistol Patrick Dupree, starting 33rd, and we are under green. Out front it is Pierre Bertillon. Bertillon had the field covered last week, but he blew the tire with inside of 10 laps remaining. The right rear tire went down, and we got a yellow flag. Officials. Fast cars spread throughout the field. Again, it'll be fun to watch Schrader in the back as well as Dupree trying to get to the front. Green flag! Much better start this time. Bertillon hustling to the lead. Here comes Matt Woodruff. Andy Haywood sideways. He got tapped by Mike Riel. Everybody is wrestling it down the backstretch. 3 wide, 4 wide. Everybody straightens it out, and we're still rolling in turn number 3 where they're 3 wide with Mike Riel working on the outside. And trying to hang on to the middle of the racetrack is Max at the end of the 25. Wow, that was close. Everybody managed to hang on as the 80 of Andy Haywood got tapped. They're still running 3 wide at the back of the pack. Look at Dupree trying to hustle around 3 wide. Out front it is Bertillon. He's starting to check out already. He leads the 55 of Matt Woodruff. Then it's the 59 of Bryant Trim. Jason Durgan runs in the 4th spot. Fifth is Richard Tesseur. Tesseur takes a peek to the inside. Martinois is already up to the 7th spot. He's gained 4 spots in 2 laps. George Foley is trying to hustle with him towards the front. Foley pulls right up in front of Mike Bruno. Bruno, oh, look out, Andy Haywood trailing. No, it's Foley in the 24F. Foley is off the pace. Bruno had to get on the binders as Foley heads back towards the garage area. His day appears to be done. Might have had the front tire go down on the 24F, but it really hurts Bruno as he got snookered behind Foley's car, and he had no place to go as the Foley 24F started to slow. Bruno got snookered. He lost a whole bunch of spots. Pierre Bertillon already running up on the back of the pack. His lead is a half backstretch. Pierre Bertillon and Matt Woodruff will set the pace. Here they come off of turn number 4. They hit the cone. Green flag. Bertillon flying off turn number 2, goes to the top of the racetrack. Woodruff goes off the racetrack down the backstretch. Got the right side tires off to the bunker. Bryant trimmed to second. Richard Tesseur. Here comes Tesseur on the inside. Richard Tesseur takes the 2nd spot away. The attaché gate number 49 runs to the 2nd spot. 3rd is Bryant Trim. 4th is Leon Gagnon. Max Evian got drop kick up to the top of the racetrack. He'll lose a couple of spots. Out front, Pierre Bertillon. Bertillon on the scoring monitor at 16.412, setting the fast time 0.3 of a second faster than the time turned by Richard Tesseur. But look who's moving. The Gamache Truck Center number 90 of Martinois looking to the outside of Bryant Trim, racing for that 3rd spot. Martinois running right behind Trim just off the back bumper. Martinois has the leader in his sights, but he's got to do some work before he can really start to chase him down. Leon Gagnon runs strong in the 5th position. 6th, it's Mike Finney in the 38. Good racing for that 6th spot. Matt Woodruff the 55, Mike Finney the 38, Jason Durgan's in it, Andy Haywood is also in it, and Mike Bruno is there with the Crickets number 22. They race for spots 6 through 10 off of turn number 2. Pierre Bertillon is opening up the lead on Richard Tesseur, although Tesseur that last lap turned his best lap of the race, but Bertillon has just turned the fastest lap of the race, a 16.282. turned by the Joliet, Quebec driver, Pierre Bertillon, turning the fastest lap of the race on lap number 11. Here he comes to make that lap 10. He completes lap number 11, his time falling off by about 1/10 of a second. Martinois up to the 3rd spot. Bryant Trim back to 4th, Leon Gagnon still 5th. 2nd is Richard Tesseur. Tesseur has Martinois starting to chase him down. Look at the gaggle of cars. Oh man, they're 3, they're 4 wide running at the back of the pack. One of the cars that looked like the Orsby 26 turning back towards the garage area. Here comes the leader, Pierre Bertillon, and they are running wheel to wheel right in front of him. He has no place to go. This is going to allow the 49 of Tesseur as well as the 90 of Martinois to start chasing him down. Bertillon has to be really good here. He's got to be careful through the traffic. Works to the outside of Kevin Fairley. Spencer Rushlaw is next. As they continue to run side by side, Kenny Schrader has worked through some of the traffic. Bertillon around Dan Brown. Next up is Craig Riel that he's going to try to put a lap down. And in front of him is Chris Kaye in the number 18. 14 laps showing complete. Next time by, lap 15 will go up on the scoreboard. Typically that would be the halfway distance, but not tonight. 40 laps the distance. Bertillon goes down to the inside. Chris Kaye, right now Bertillon is snooker. He's got Kaye on the outside. He's got the 74 of Provost down to the inside. He's going to go 3 wide. Oh no, there goes Bertillon up the racetrack. Bertillon tried to squeeze through slower. So he is in a pretty good position to salvage a night that maybe might not turn out to be that bad. All right, green flag. Tesseur gets the jump with the 49, and he'll lead the field off turn number 2. Look at Martinois. Boy, he had a run off turn number 2, and Tesseur took the momentum away by taking that top line off. Now the yellow flag coming off of turn 4 at that spot. Here they come down the front stretch. Much better start. Green flag. Martinois gets a good run on the outside of the racetrack. He's taking the lead. Martinois will not be denied. Down the backstretch. Opening it up already on Richard Tesseur, pulling away. Good battle for 3rd. Bryant Trim, the 59, the 4 of Leon Gagnon, as they race for the 3rd position. Andy Haywood running in the 5th spot. Mike Bruno is 6th. 7th is Matt Woodruff in the 55. Then it is the 17 of Jason Durgan. Look at Dupree go. Patrick Dupree past Durgan, looking down to the inside of Woodruff. Patrick Dupree is now into the top 10. The last restart, he was 12th. He is now running in the 7th spot. He is right behind Mike Bruno. Patrick Dupree from 12th to 7th in a couple of laps. 7th is Dupree, 8th is Woodruff, 9th is Durgan. Wheel to wheel for 10th with Mike Wells in the 76 and the L2 of Mike Riel. Riel is sideways trying to hang on to it off the top of turn number 4. He'll lose the spot to Mike Wells. Mike Finney right up against the wall. He's got the right rear tire going down. So we're already seeing some tire issues. Mike Finney in the 38. He heads back towards the garage area. Kenny Schrader still running at speed towards the back of the pack with a 35. He's got Pierre Berthiaume running right behind him. Berthiaume trying to wrestle that power plant that he's got back towards the front of the field. This time by, it's halfway for Martin Roy. He is halfway to win number 6 and halfway to having that point lead back in his grasp. Martin Roy is the leader. Richard Tesser runs second. Brian Trim third. Leon Gagnon trying to find a way around Trim, and we've got a yellow flag. Car number 76. Those cars running in the top 10 halfway through, 40 laps the distance. Here they come off turn number 4 on the hammer to the green flag. Matt Woodruff looking right down to the infield, trying to find a way around the Crickets 22 of Mike Bruno. That didn't work for him, and now perhaps going to lose a spot as he is fighting with Jason Durgan running wheel to wheel for position 8th on the racetrack. Martin Roy running away from the anti-Chateauguay number 49. Third, still Bryant Trim. Fourth is Leon Gagnon. Fifth is Andy Haywood, but the story that is developing is the 24 of Patrick Dupree. Can Dupree work through this traffic? Now he's also got Mike Bruno with him in the Crickets 22. As Dupree looked to the outside, Andy Haywood drifted up the track. Now there goes Dupree around Haywood. Patrick Dupree trying to take the spot away from Haywood, working it right up against the wall. And he's still in the 6th position, but now he's got a good run. Oh no, Brian Trim drifted up in front of him, and now he will go back a spot. Brian Trim in the 59 took away some of that momentum. Look at him running 3 wide into turn number 4, racing for the 5th spot, and it's still Andy Haywood hanging on. Make that the 4th position. 4th is Haywood, 5th is Trim. Not for long, there goes Dupree around on the outside. He's got the 5th spot. 6th is Brian Trim. 7th is Mike Bruno. Flip it. Bruno takes 6th, Trim back to 7th. Well, Patrick Dupree, you can really see him now starting to work that race car. Starting to use the right rear tire, trying to get to the front as he used it up too much. Andy Haywood is right in front of him. Race leader Martin Roy already approaching some slower cars at the back of the pack. Richard Tesser continues to run in the 2nd spot. 3rd, it is still Leon Gagnon in the 4. 4th, it is Andy Haywood in the 80. 5th, Patrick Dupree. 6th, Mike Bruno. 7th is Brian Trim. 8th is Matt Woodruff. 9th is Mike Wells, and Mike Riel rounds out the top 10 now with the 0-2. Hey, look at Berthiaume. Berthiaume in the 1 is back to 12th. So he's trying to rally, but he is really working that race car hard with the number 1. Martin Roy puts the Ormsby 26 down a lap. Richard Tesser trying to hang with him, but his lap times are 0.4 of a second slower. That last lap, the fast time of the track was set by Andy Haywood, running a 16.5. Just off the pace of Haywood was Patrick Dupree with the number 24. Martin Roy continues to work the traffic. Now he's got a clean track in front of him. Dimitron has taken the 9 down to the infield. 10 laps to go for the 90 of Martin Roy. 16.45 Martin Roy on the clock. 16.94 for Richard Tesser. Same thing, a 16.9 for Leon Gagnon. Here's Patrick Dupree, again battling Andy Haywood for position, moving through slower traffic. Mike Bruno's right there as well. Haywood in the 80 and Dupree in the 24. Wheel to wheel all the way down the front stretch. Haywood down on the inside, Dupree around on the outside, and he is finally into the 4th spot. Let's see if he can run down Leon Gagnon. Mike Bruno also trying to chase down the 80 of Andy Haywood. Martin Roy puts a lap on Greg Atkins. Next in his sights, Kenny Schrader driving the Adirondack Auto number 35. Schrader goes down a lap to Martin Roy in the Gamache Truck Center number 90. Martin Roy blistering the field, 33 laps showing complete. Richard Tesser continues to run in the 2nd spot. Now Patrick Dupree going after Leon Gagnon for third. Dupree looks down to the inside, has the slower car there of Neil Provost to the number 74. Provost stays down on the inside. Gagnon will hang on to third for now. Martinois having a lead of a full backstretch over Richard Tisser in the number 49. Leon Gagnon third, as we've got a yellow flag. Max MVN in the number 25 pulls down to the infield. He's got that little buffer behind him in that slower car in Atkins. Here comes the field, off turn number 4, down the front stretch, green flag. Atkins gets out of the way of the leaders. Richard Tisser in the 49 is able to work past Leon Gagnon. Oh, there goes Chris Kay in the 18. Sliding back down through the infield. Over in turn number 1, out of harm's way, 5 laps remain. Leon Gagnon trying to move to the inside of Greg Atkins, hanging on to third. Patrick Dupree in the 24, still running in the 4th spot. Mike Bruno diving down to the inside, trying to get Andy Haywood, and he will. Mike Bruno's going to get that 5th spot. Boy, that was a brave move there by Bruno. Throwing it down to the inside, and it works. He's to 5th. 6th is Andy Haywood now in the number 80. Martinois' lead is half the front stretch, and we got a yellow flag. Martinois, the Gamache Truck Center number 90. Slow pace into turn number 4. Now on the hammer, down the front stretch. There's the green flag. He pulls away from Richard Tisser in the 49. Leon Gagnon running solid in third. Now let's see if Patrick Dupree can go after him. Dupree trying to get into the top 3, but can't quite seem to get there. It's still a car length and a half, almost 2, off the back bumper of Leon Gagnon. He closes here, but Gagnon just drives away down the backstretch. Now it's a little tighter. Let's see if he can make something happen in 3 and 4. Here comes Martinois off turn 4, 2 laps to go. Richard Tisser out of Chateauguay, Quebec, running comfortably in a 2nd spot. Stéphane Langlois off the pace. He's been on the lead lap all night long. That's as fast as we've seen this 0-0 run all season long. And now something wrong with the 0-0. Perhaps the right rear tire down. Very slow with the 0-0, trying to limp it around the racetrack. Final time around. Mike Bruno is going after the 24. They're wheel to wheel for the 4th spot up into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out. Martinois is going to win it. Here they come along the front stretch. Tisser, 2nd, 3rd. Gagnon, 4th. Bruno, 5th to Dupree. 6th goes to Andy Haywood. 7th will go to Mike Riel. 8th to Brian Trim. 9th to Matt Woodruff. And 10th, it's going to be Mike Wells in the number 76. So on the final lap, Patrick...
Rob is on his way down to victory lane. He'll have a chat with a now 6-time winner in the Ernie's Discount Tools Modified Division, Napierville, Quebec's Martin.
Martinois out of his car on top of the roof. Have a nice round of applause. That is win number 6 of 2009 for the Napierville, Quebec driver. And he's also now atop the points. He'll have the point lead by 12 coming into next week, with Patrick Dupree finishing in the 5th spot. Martinois will unbuckle. While he unbuckles, how about a nice round of applause for Leon Gagnon, who finishes in the 3rd spot. Leon from Chazy with 4. And a solid 2nd place run for Chateauguay, Quebec's Richard Tisser. We'll talk with those guys in just a second. Martin unbuckling. All right, let's see if we can track him down. Come on around, Martin. It looked like tonight, once you were able to get out front, stay right here so we can catch Cam slide over a little bit, Weasel, so everybody gets there. You go, thank you. It looked like tonight the line that you were taking very smooth around the racetrack. The car was handling excellent for you.
Yes, very happy. The handling is very, very good. Thank you everybody to come every week to the show. Thank you very much.
Martin, win number 6 for you. When we started the season, did you think you could win 6 times?
No, the start of the season is many races is a surprise, but I'm very happy to this year to win many time. Thank you to Gamache Truck Center and the owner of the car, Jean-Claude Fortin, the G14, to give me a chance to race at Plattsburgh Speedway.
2 races left, and you'll have a 12-point lead over Patrick Dupree.
Yes, he's very tight, and me and Dupree, and to at the last race in the champion, at the last race, they see at the last race.
Congratulations again on another win.
Thank you very much.
All right, Martin Roy wins for the 6th time. And Neil Hansen is in the number 58, we're told tonight. Sometimes we don't find out who the drivers are, and it certainly helps when we're notified of some of the driver changes. Green flag is out for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade feature event. And Keith Pelkey leads the field off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Pelkey leading Dubuque by about 3 car lengths. Dave Raptoy in the 21 running 3rd. Keith O'Neill is there. I think things play right into Randy Ledoux's hands potentially again tonight. He's been extremely fast the last 3 weeks. And he started towards the front because he had the win, of course, last week, but the 2 weeks previous to that had a couple of mishaps. And Randy Ledoux starting in the top 10. He's already in the 4th spot, and last week's winner, I think, is the guy to beat. That's Randy Ledoux in car number 47. Keith Pelkey shows the way in the number 24, and his lead is big. It's about 8 car lengths over Dave Raptoy in the number 21. The 61 of Dan Dubuque, the 0 for Keith O'Neill. They've been running side by side now for several laps. Ledoux, he's trying to find a way around these 2 guys who are running side by side right in front of him. He's kind of snookered right now. Ledoux in the 47 trying to show some patience. He knows he's got a fast car, but he's trying to find the way around the 61 and the 0, the 28. He's trying to thread the needle now. He's got Jason Sawyer to the inside, the 61 of Dubuque on the outside. Randy Ledoux to 4th, real bad sideways off turn number 4, but he was able to gather it back up, race down the front stretch, and hang on to that 4th spot. 3 wide off turn number 1. Lance Raptoy was there. Kevin Booten in the 25, the 7 of Lonnie Rivers. Oh, look out. Booten got punched down the backstretch, almost into the bunker by the 65 of Mike Terry as he drifted up the track right into Booten as he was making the pass down the backstretch. 65 did not see the 25 at his door on the outside, and that punched Booten almost into the bunker. Good racing in the middle of the pack. You've got the top 3-point guys, Haywood, Rivers, and Booten, separated by just a couple of spots. And right now it is Nick Haywood who would stand to take the point lead as he is working in front of Lonnie Rivers, trying to get around the number 40 of Kenny St. Germain. 6 laps showing complete, 25 laps the distance. The lead that was 8 car lengths is now about 6. Dave Raptoy is starting to close on Keith Pelkey a little bit. And Randy Ledoux is still stuck in that 4th spot. He has not been able to get around Keith O'Neill in the number 0. Check lap times with 7 laps showing complete. As the fast lap time is actually Jason Sawyer set the fast lap that last time around, 20.579. Also quick was Robert Gordon, the H2O, 20.57 also. Some cars in the middle of on his right for the restart. And Keith O'Neill in the 0 and Randy Ledoux in the 47. Those are the top 4 running cars. Green flag. Dave Raptoy gets a real good run off too, and Pelkey is shut down. The 24 is off the pace. And he is running into the infield, and that's it. Now it looks like he's trying to get it back up to speed, and Thing wanted to go there a little bit. It looked like he was running again, but he's back in the pits. Talk about bad luck. Keith Pelkey goes from first to worst with the number 24. Dave Raptoy is now the leader, and look who's second. There he is, Randy Ledoux in that 2nd spot already. I'm telling you, he's the car to keep an eye on. At number 47, looking to go back-to-back, and he's looking to win for the 4th time this year in our parity division, where the racing is always so close. This guy is on his way perhaps to a 4th win, but not if Dave Raptoy has anything to say about it. He'd like to win for the first time in 2009. Dave is always a top point guy, very consistent in this division. He's sitting 8th in the point standings, looking for 1st win of the year. Randy Ledoux runs 2nd. Hey, Has Josh Terry been getting better week by week, especially over the last month? That car has come to life. Now remember, that car's been punched in the mouth 2 or 3 times this year. And he is really starting to roll. He's running third. He's right on the back bumper, that 47.
Just his first season in competition in the Renegade division. And as you said, he's gotten better and better each week.
Robert Gordon in the H2O, Mr. Consistency, running in the 4th spot. 5th, Keith O'Neill in the 0. Joe Warren, another guy that has certainly picked up the pace in the last month. He is running in the 6th position. 7th is Jason Sawyer. 8th is Nick Haywood. 9th is Lance Raptoy. Lonnie Rivers is 10th. And Kevin Booten is 11th. Dave Raptoy, his lead is a car length, and it is a tenuous lead because it seems as though whenever Randy Ledoux really wants to push it, seems as though he can close right up on the back bumper, that Island Excavating number 21. Drifts up the track at turn number 2. Dave driving a nice smooth line around the racetrack. Solid through the turns. 14 laps are showing complete. Here's where the 47 closes, but here's where the 21 drives away. Really getting a strong run off the turns. Randy Ledoux again, odd into the turn, drifts up the track. 21, bye-bye. 10 laps, inside 10 laps remaining for Dave Raptoy. There'd be a big celebration in the camper tonight if Dave Raptoy were to pick off win number 1 of the season. And his lead is staying pretty consistent. Randy Ledoux is able to close it down in the turns, but Raptoy's line off the turn allows him to pull away to about a car length and a half every time off the 4th turn and the 2nd turn. You know, there he goes. He pulls away.
Keep an eye on that H2O car. He has closed in on those top 3 cars, Rob. Actually moving past Terry as they go into turn 2.
Robert Gordon turning a 20.689 time. Oh, Danny Dubuque in the 61. Mark Caron in the number 5 racing towards the back of the pack. Nick Haywood is in the number 29. He'll restart 7th.
Rob's the oldest Gerber baby.
No, that's not true, actually. He can't anymore. Does bad things to the system at this age. All right, off turn number 4. Green flag is back out, thankfully. Randy Ledoux from the outside. Let's see if he can pick up the momentum and take the lead down the backstretch. Down the backstretch, the 47 has the lead into turn number 3. Dave Raptoy trying to come back on the inside. They'll race for the lead down the front stretch. The 47's got it. Randy Ledoux has the lead at the stripe. Raptoy trying to come back after him. A good run off turn number 2. Robert Gordon, don't count him out. He's in the mix. Gordon is also looking for his first win of the season. Mr. Consistency in that H2O. Now Dave Raptoy still right at the door of Randy Ledoux in the 47. Ledoux's lead is about half car length. Ledoux in the 47, Raptoy in the 21. Raptoy been very smooth through the turns. Oh, that time though, the 47 was able to get a good run and pull away down the backstretch. And Raptoy is still stuck down on the inside as Robert Gordon's coming after him. Look at the top point guys battling it out. Lonnie Rivers, his left side tire is right down into the dirt. Digging the dirt over in turn number 4, trying to dig his way to the front. Now Randy Ledoux drifts up the track. He's got Robert Gordon right behind him in line. Dave Raptoy still not giving up that fight, trying to hang on to second, but it's not going to happen. You've got Robert Gordon now to the 2nd spot with the H2O. Randy Ledoux in the 47, Robert Gordon, Dave Raptoy, Josh Terry, Joe Warren, and Robert Gordon looks to the inside of Randy Ledoux off turn number 2 and down the backstretch. 21 laps are showing complete. Could be a real good finish tonight for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegades. Randy Ledoux looking for his 4th. Oh, Joe Warren's in trouble. Joe Warren in the 13, slowing down up towards the wall, perhaps getting a piece of the wall. Now coming along the front stretch with the number 13. May have the right front tire down. Oh, no, that's broken. He's broke on the right front. All kinds of sparks billowing out of that number 13, trying to limp back to the pits, and it looks like he's going to make it. Here comes a race for the lead off turn number 4. Down to the stripe, it's still Ledoux. Ledoux had the lead by 2 feet. In turn number 2, Robert Gordon has the lead off the 2nd turn down the backstretch. Let's see if the 47 can come back after him. They're almost even pulling into turn number 3. Gordon on the inside. Randy Ledoux on the outside. Here they come off turn number 4. Robert Gordon has the lead. Gordon had the lead at the stripe. Let's see if Ledoux can get that run off turn number 2. He's going to need it if he's going to win for the 4th time. Down the backstretch. Randy Ledoux trying to get right back there. It's going to set up for an Alcoa fantastic finish. They're even into turn number 4. Here they come off the 4th turn down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Robert Gordon on the inside. Randy Ledoux 2nd, 3rd Dave Raptoy, 4th Josh Terry, Nick Haywood 5th, 6th to Lonnie Rivers, 7th to Keith O'Neill. Looked like 8th to the 25 of Kevin Booten, 9th for Jason Sawyer, and 10th for Lance Raptoy in the number 11. Well, Robert Gordon. He's climbing out of his car. Give him a nice round of applause. He's from Milton. Robert Gordon with the H2O. Mr. Consistency in this division. And this is Robert Gordon's favorite part. He loves doing interviews. He's so talkative when we get on the microphone. He loves these interviews. And you know, I'm not sure this car has ever looked better.
No, it looks better than ever did. We put a new fender on it.
And you've got that nice Premier paving sticker up front.
Synergy Solutions on the back. Of course, the H2O well drilling. Yeah, really worked good tonight.
And the car, Robert, not just tonight, but really over the last 2 or 3 weeks has come to life. Something that you found or just a different setup that you threw together, but the car's come to life.
Ever since we wrecked it, it's been better. So that was a good night, even though it didn't seem like it.
Now, you and I both know when you wreck this car, it only adds to the character. Right. It makes it a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, but the character is there.
The good-looking front fender looks out of place.
Well, congratulations on the win. That was a great race. Tell me about the race with Randy. You were able to get it done on the inside. He had momentum on the outside.
Yeah, but he was pushing off the corner. He'd go in so fast to try to stay there that he just couldn't hold it down coming out. He was pushing pretty good, so I saw it coming. It worked good.
Well, congratulations on your win. I know you'll enjoy it.
Well, thank you.
All right, Robert.
One of the cars is missing. Here we go. Bomber main event is under green. 20 laps, 20-minute time limit. Atkins on the inside. Richner on the outside. They are side by side up the backstretch. They're going 3 wide to scramble by the 19 of Desatel. Atkins has a nose in front. Richner coming right back on the outside. Off turn 4. It's Grape Ape in the lead. Atkins back to second in the 21A. Joe Jeanette running third. Amaze in April moving into the 4th spot in the 23. And it's Chad Collins in the 22. And then we've got a blanket of 7 or 8 cars covering for that number 6 spot. They race 4 wide coming off turn 4. Everybody gets through. And some of the faster cars that started toward the back of the pack are trying to work their way to the front. Scott Richner is your leader. He's got 5 car lengths on Joe Jeanette in the 31. Good battle for the number 3 spot. Brandon Atkins takes that back away from April Bordeaux. Chad Collins now runs 4th. Jason Blondo in the 5, running in the 5th spot. Here comes the Green Slime Plus on the inside. He's now going to take 5th as Atkins got off over in the bunker and lost 3 or 4 spots. The Grape Ape has led each and every one of the top 4 laps. But some of the faster cars are starting to work their way toward the front. Right now he's got 6 or 7 car lengths on Joe Jeanette, who runs 2nd in the 31. Here comes Blondo on the outside. Here comes the Green Slime Plus of Laporte on the inside. They're trying to move into that number 3 spot. Laporte takes 3rd. Collins 4th. The superstar, Cody Myers, now has his 75 on the move. And here comes the 57 of Bill Joyle. Outside, it's the 5 of Blondo. Those 3 cars battling together for the number 5 spot. Right about now, Scott Richner in the 21 is wishing this were only a 15-lap race. He is looking awfully strong up front, but as the laps go down, some of those faster cars are starting to close that gap. Joyle's 57 has come to a halt on the backstretch, which will bring out a yellow flag. Could have been a green to check.
A great race.
6 down, 14 to go. Richner and Jeanette back to the green flag. Josh Laporte, the Green Slime Plus, number 45B, looking to the inside of the Grape Ape. And Laporte is going to grab the lead. Richner trying to fight right back on the outside, but as they come off turn 4, it's going to be Green Slime Plus, the new leader. Richner back to second. He's caught on the outside as Blondo moves up on the inside in the 5 car. He is going to take the second spot away. Here comes Josh Leclerc on the move on the inside. The 7 car moves up, takes 4th spot away from Collins, and he's going to take 3rd spot away from the Grape Ape. The last few weeks, Josh Leclerc has been on fire. We've got a car in the wall. It's the 75 of Cody Myers. He gets tagged from behind by the 19 of Bill Desatel.
All right.
Are you ready?
Please.
Okay.
Remember, extra distance.
8 down. That means 12 to go for the Bombers. We're back to green. The Green Slime Plus has the lead. Here comes Josh Leclerc looking to the outside in the 7. Jason Blondo 3 wide out there in the 5.
He likes
the Grape Ape running 4th in the 21. Here comes Curtis Seymour in the 357. He's going to move on the inside and take 4th spot away. Good battle up front. Josh Laporte, Josh Leclerc. We're going to call him Josh Blondo tonight just to make it 3 Joshes in a row. Laporte leads it in the 45 and Leclerc right alongside. Blondo looking for a way by in the 5, and here comes Kurt Seymour in the move in the 357. You may be actually good luck for these Bomber drivers. Rob, you interviewed Josh Leclerc a few weeks ago, and he's run great ever since you interviewed him. You interviewed Seymour today, and he's having a great run in the 357 tonight.
That's the nicest thing you've said about me this year.
It's the only nice thing I've said about you this year.
That's right.
They continue to battle for the lead as we are just past the halfway point, completing lap number 10. The Green Slime Plus for Josh Laporte in the 45 and Josh Leclerc in the number 7 on the outside. They have run side by side the last 3 laps. Kurt Seymour looking to the inside of Jason Blondo in the 5 as they come off turn 4. They've got a good battle going on for the number 3 spot. The 72 of Curtis LaGrave Jr. running in the number 5 spot. Then we come back to the 22 of Chad Collins, the 57 of Bill Joyle, the 88 of Josh Durvage, the points leader, sort of mired toward the back end of the top 10. Scott Richner is 9th, and Joe Jeanette rounds out the top 10 in the 31 car. Josh Leclerc has taken the lead away from Josh Laporte. Blondo running 3rd, closing in on the 45B. Seymour is 4th, and LaGrave 5th. There'll be 5 to go next time by for the Monster Energy Drink Bombers. After a slew of mechanical problems in the middle stages of the season, the 7 team of Josh Leclerc has really picked it up the past few weeks, and he's been one of the cars to beat for the past month here at the Airborne Speedway. He is starting to open up just a little bit of ground on the 45 car. That lead now 2 car lengths as they head up the backstretch. It's another 4 car lengths back to Jason Blondo's 5, and a good battle now between the LaGrave 72 and Seymour's 357. Josh Leclerc in the 7, Josh Laporte in the 45, and Jason Blondo in the 5. Those 3 cars have now pulled away from that 4th place battle between Seymour and LaGrave. Seymour has the 4th spot. Now LaGrave is 5th and Joyle is 6th. Chad Collins now 7th, Duravage 8th, Richner is 9th, and Jeanette still remains 10th. Haven't been a lot of changes in the top 10 since we last gave you that rundown.
What positions Durvage in?
8th right now.
So the points chase will close a little bit. Londo's running in 3rd. He stands to pick up 42. 32, so he'll pick up 10 points. It'll cut it down to about 17 if they finish this way.
White flag is out for Josh Leclerc in the 7. Josh Laporte is 2nd. Jason Blondo's 3rd. That looks like the way they're going to finish. Off turn for the final time. Josh Leclerc is going to be your winner. 2nd place goes to the 45B. The green slide gets 2nd. 5 of Jason Blondo gets the 3rd spot. The 357 of Kurt Seymour and the 72 of Curtis LaGrave Jr. round out the top 5. So a good run for the Monster Energy Drink Bombers. They complete 20 laps with just a couple of caution flags. Going to get a little bit closer in the Bomber division as Jason Blondo is going to close 10 points on Josh Durvage this evening. Still quite a few points races remaining for the Bomber division as well as the Sportsman, Mini Modifieds, and Renegades. Just a couple of left for the Modified division. Jason Blondo's out of the 5. Have a nice round of applause for Jason, as is Josh Laporte. He's out of the green slime. I think Rob must have been socializing on his way down there.
You can't believe the line of people trying to get out of the tower tonight, Rick. Hey, Josh Leclerc, 2nd time in victory lane. Come on over this way so everybody can see you. And this time around, the interview is going to be the easiest part. Tell us about the race. The car, again, has been really fast over about the last 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, the car was definitely hooked up again tonight. It's just awesome to win from the back of the pack. That's the best place to win from.
Well, that means you're doing a lot of work. Where was the car hooked up for you?
Mostly in 3 and 4. It was pushing in 1 and 2, but I managed.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd win now. Is there anything you're supposed to mention this time around?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Boyd's Excavating, Chris Construction, Joe's Lawn Care, and, Bill Jabot Electrical.
All right, nobody got married or any anniversaries or anything like that?
Nope, not this one.